Hello, everyone. We have a special guest here who is an influencer and has lived in multiple co working spaces or co living spaces for that matter. This is Woke Indiranagar, Bangalore. He's been at the Hub in Bangalore. Then he's been to Koh Lanta in Thailand, a wonderful co living space. Then been to Tribe Theory, which is now Draper Startup House. And also in Tokyo, the place is called room.co. So let us know what is your feedback in these places. What would your takeaways and what would you like to have in your co-living space?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead and share what you have in mind.
Okay. So I usually prefer private accommodation. So it could be a room or a suite or anything. It needs to have its own private facilities and some shared community. So these are two things: a private room and a shared community. And apart from that, obviously there are these activities that are available at the place. How people are engaged. Usually there is a WhatsApp group or something, and there are maybe open spaces like gardens, terraces. In some cases, like in Kohab, there was a beach accessible to us. So yeah, that's about it. But yeah, to point out, I do prefer a private room within this shared community. So the room has to be private.
And what kind of a crowd or audience do you find there? Do you find students? Do you find young professionals?
Not usually students actually, because some of these places are a bit not expensive. I'll say they are in the intermediate range. In Vogue, for instance, Vogue is the cheapest one among these. So even that was relatively on the higher end, but that is where I found the youngest set of people. Otherwise, usually in Cohub and all, the age group of people is quite diverse. I mean, from as young, I think the youngest crowd there would be 23, 24, and the up to early 40s. I mean, that's the usual crowd. Most of them, usually, if they are not Indians, even in their early 40s, they are in that solo backpacking mode. They are usually working on something, freelancing. um, yeah, and in some cases there are, like in Thailand, in Koh Lanta, I met there were many couples, like live-in couples or even married couples in their late 30s, who were running small companies. They had like 5 6 employees in Europe or something, in Russia. So, and they were living there, like they were operating their business from here, that place. So that kind of people also come. But yeah, the range is usually not really that of students. The age group, it's slightly higher, young people, 23 to 43, that kind.
Nice. A last question. What would be your dream destination where you'd like to be co-living in India if you had to choose a location in India?
India, one of the places I have not been to but I have heard a lot is the Himachal area, Dharmshala, and all these areas. I have not been there yet. So yeah, I think in India that would be the one.
Great.